Just a second to open up all your lines, and then we'll go ahead and get started. If you could please use the raise hand function so we know to call on you, it would be appreciated.
I see hands.
I know. Spotlight for everyone. All right. Fook, if you would like to go ahead and get us started.
Hey, can you all hear me? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Peyton, when you found out you were starting next to Sophia Smith and Janine Becky, what was your reaction? Was it a dream come true for you to get your first start with them?
Yeah, definitely a dream come true. I was a little surprised myself when Rob told me the other day, but I feel like I was ready, and the players around me make the transition so much easier. And obviously playing up front with Soph and Janine is like a really good front line to play with, and everybody on the field did their role today, so I'm just happy to come away with the win.
She's had media
And
training.
then you scored.
That was a great answer.
And then you scored. Then Peyton, you scored off a rocket off your left foot. Then you were fed in by Sophia Smith. What was that moment like for you? And have you pictured that moment? Just when you got drafted and everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, the first goal is always special. Soph kind of just did what she usually does. She attracts all the defenders, and I kind of just drifted wide, and she was able to find me, and I kind of just smashed it home. I don't really remember much after that, but I just remember celebrating with my teammates, and obviously that's a great way to start the game, so that kind of carried the momentum going forward.
And then Sam, can you just talk to us about just kind of the last 10 minutes without Morgan Weaver, just the team's effort and relentlessness on defense just to preserve the 3-2 win?
Yeah, it was really, really hard. I think we all just collectively had to come together and know that it wasn't going to be pretty, but we just had to grit it out, and we had to do it for Weaves. We had to do it for, our teammates back home. We had to do it for each other, and I think that that's been one of the biggest, steps we've taken as a team over the last few games is just grinding out wins, even if they're ugly, and doing it for one another and having each other's backs. I couldn't be prouder of the fight that we put out tonight. It was not easy. This isn't an easy place to play. They're a really good team. And ultimately, those last 10 minutes were just gritty. They were really ugly, as I'm sure you all could see. But we just put bodies on the line, found a way, and this was a really special 3 points for us.
And then Sam, Rob has been the head coach for 3 games. You all have 3 wins from Rob now. Can you just speak to us about? He spoke to us about just playing with freedom, playing with joy, and then what have you noticed just from the team the past few weeks?
Yeah, I think Rob is such a great motivator, and he brings really great energy to our team, and I think that's something that the team is really fed off of. He has great relationships with the players. I know he believes in every single one of us, and anytime anyone has to step up and do a job, they have the full support of the staff and the team. But I think when you have someone with that kind of special quality and a person like Rob with his character, you're in a really good place. And so he's doing a great job. I think he was thrown into the fire in a really hard position, and he's just doing awesome. And so we're really happy for him, and we just want to keep this rolling.
Jeremy, go ahead.
Asked to unmute.
Hi, Stephen and Peyton. Congrats on the win. I'm just wondering what the mood in the locker room is like right now after a tough start, now 3 straight wins. How are you guys feeling in terms of where you guys can achieve this season?
Yeah, I mean, the energy is definitely up there. Obviously, this was our 3rd win in a row, and we talked before the game about how we haven't run 3 in a row in about 3 years now, so that was a big thing for us today. I'm sure the locker room is buzzing. We haven't been there yet, but we have a stretch of 3 games in 1 week, so we have 1 more to go. So I think we're going to enjoy this win, but all eyes are on Spirit on Saturday.
Yeah, I guess just going off that, it is great. Obviously winning 3 games in a row, but this is our standard. Obviously, the way we started the year was not at all the standard of this club and what any of us, any place any of us want to be. And so while we're, like Peep said, proud of, the results, and especially results on the road, because those are really hard and we haven't always been great on the road. This is the standard now, and we enjoy it. We're proud of it, but we continue to build. There are a lot of parts of tonight that still weren't where we want to be, and so we take it, we learn, and we go for 4 on Saturday.
Anything else, Jeremy? All right, Taylor, we'll go to you.
Yes, congrats on the win. One of the things that Rob had talked about, right, you guys kind of retooled your warm-ups so you could kind of start the games a little bit stronger, and right, 2 goals in 6.5 minutes today. Kind of how does it feel when you kind of have that immediate kind of feedback on like kind of the changes are working and you're kind of seeing that on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean, I think a big focus for us recently has been starting the games off really fast and strong, and I think that's what we did today. I think Rob does a great job of bringing the energy up before the game, and I think we kind of all bring the best out of each other on the field to start these games, and obviously towards the end of the first half and the second half, we kind of took our foot off the gas a little bit, so there's a lot of work to improve there, but yeah, I think that was like a dream start for us, and you know, to make that even better, we just have to keep pushing and keep the momentum going, especially throughout the rest of the first half.
And then, right, you guys have a really quick term, right? Go home and, right, Spirit on Saturday. How do you kind of switch that kind of mindset to next team? Especially for you, Peyton, who hasn't had kind of this chaotic-y NWSL schedule.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're obviously going to enjoy this win, but there's a lot to learn from today, and the job isn't done. It's never going to be done for a long time. So I think just enjoying this win, taking the lessons wherever we can, and then, you know, tomorrow getting our bodies right and getting some good training in, meeting up with our players back home, and then figuring out what the plan is against Spirit, and then going after them on Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Shane, we'll finish with you.
Yeah, Peyton, I'm curious what you kind of picked up from Sophia so far. What are some things you've maybe add to your game since we've been around here the last few weeks?
Yeah, I mean, Soph is probably one, if not the best player that I've ever played with. No offense, but
That was crazy. It's okay.
But yeah, I mean, like I think it takes time to develop relationships on the field with a lot of these players, and I haven't played with her a ton recently because I wasn't starting. But you know, she's so easy to play with. She's very dynamic and a very good dribbler. So I think just trying to get myself in good positions when she's attacking defenders, just to find space, and also just trying to dish her the ball whenever I can. So yeah, I think building relationships has been somewhat difficult because the lineup kind of changes a little bit, but like her and Janine and whoever's in the front line, I think that we all work off of each other well, and that's something that we can take moving forward.
Anything else? All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
I'll go get